Hello students, this video it is in the continuation of the chapter cell, and today we will discuss for the cell wall. Cell wall it is present in the plants, it is present in the fungi, and it is also provided to the bacteria. However, the constituents of the cell wall of plant, fungi and the bacteria, they are different. For them we will discuss in detail. The cell wall it provides the mechanical strength to the plant cell. It also provides the turgidity to the plant cell, and it provides the passage for the materials. Now here you can see the presence of the cell wall in the plant cell, and now come to the description. It is a non-living structure which is present outer to the plasma membrane. In the previous video of ours, we have seen that plasma membrane, it is what? It is a lipid bilayer. It is a bilayered structure which is selectively permeable. So outer to plasma membrane, a non-living structure is present that is called as cell wall. And here it is written that it provides the structure to the plant cell, and it also bonds with other cell walls to form the structure of the plant. Cell wall it provides shape to the cell. It protects the cell from mechanical damage and infection. Infection in terms of microbial infection. Mechanical damage means the physical damage in terms of cuts, injuries. It helps in cell to cell interaction. Bacterial cell wall, they are made up of peptidoglycan. So here you can see that the constituents of the cell wall, they are different. Here in the bacteria it is made up of peptidoglycan, which is also called as murein, and it is made up of the polysaccharide chains cross-linked by unusual peptides containing the amino acids. So you have to remember here that the constituent of the bacterial cell wall, it is peptidoglycan. Now algae, which comes under the division Thallophyta, the simplest plants, their cell wall made up of cellulose, galactans, mannans and the minerals. Other plant cells, they are having the cell wall of cellulose, hemicellulose, pectins and proteins. So that is how you can see the different constituents of the cell wall in different types of individuals. Now, the cell wall in the plants, it can be categorized into the primary, secondary and tertiary. And here you can see the wall layers. This is what the primary wall. This is the middle lamella. I'll let you know what the middle lamella is. And these are the secondary walls, S1, S2 and S3. So inner to primary wall, you can see the secondary wall, right? And the lumen is what? The lumen is the space inside. Middle lamella, it actually adheres the adjacent cell. Suppose this is one cell. So it is glued to the another cell through the middle lamella. So middle lamella, it is made up of the calcium pectate and it adheres the adjacent cell. So right now our topic of discussion is the categorization of the cell wall, and primary cell wall and the secondary cell wall you can see here in the diagram. Outer is the primary wall and inner to primary the secondary wall, they are there. Let's come to the description here. You know, the primary wall, it is made up of cellulose, and here it the containing layer, it laid down by the cells that are dividing and growing. It is present in the growing regions to allow for cell wall expansion during growth. Primary walls are thinner and less rigid than those of cells that have stopped growing. So that is what I have told you, that it is present in the growing region, somewhat thin in structure. It allows the expansion, right? Because rigidity at this time is not needed. That is why. Now the primary cell wall, it is a thin, flexible, extensible layer formed while the cell is growing. And the secondary cell wall is what? It is a thick layer formed inside the primary cell wall after the cell is fully grown. So I think now it will be clear to you that the location of the cell wall, you know, inner to primary, the secondary cell wall, it is present, which is somewhat thick layer. Secondary cell wall is a structure. It is present in many plant cells, located between the primary cell wall and the plasma membrane. The secondary cell wall, it consists of cellulose and the polysaccharides along with the lignin and the glycoprotein. Let us discuss for the lignin, because you might have heard lignin many times. Lignin is what? It is a polymer of alcohol which is a tough substance. It is tough and it is the deposition of the lignin in the sclerenchymatous cells which provide rigidity to them, and that is needed for the mechanical support. What I am trying to say here, that you know, when you categorize the plant tissue, one of the tissue is the sclerenchymatous tissue, right? And the sclerenchymatous tissue, it is provided for the mechanical support as it is rigid in nature, and rigidity, it is wholesale given by the lignin, which is the extra deposition on the cell wall besides cellulose. So here you can see one of the deposition, and you can see here that the secondary cell wall consists of cellulose and the polysaccharides, lignin and the glycoproteins. One another type is there, that is tertiary cell wall, forms the innermost layer of the plant cell wall. It is relatively thin, but it is its occurrence is not usual. It is absent in most of the cells. That is why. So you can say here that the tertiary cell wall forms the innermost layer of the plant cell wall. It is relatively thin and it does not contain any cellulose microfibrils, but it is composed of the xylin and the lignin, and this tertiary thick cell wall makes the compression wood dense and heavy. Now let's talk about the middle lamella. We have seen the middle lamella in the previous diagram as well. Come here for the middle lamella. Middle lamella is what? It's a layer which cements the cell wall of two adjoining plant cells together. That is why I have told you that it adheres the two cell wall, two cells, and it is made up of what? It is made up of calcium pectate. It is the first formed layer which is deposited at the time of cytokinesis. Now, Plasmodesmata, it is a narrow thread of cytoplasm that passes through the cell walls of the adjacent plant cell and allows communication between them. So, plasmodesmata, it is also known as cellular junctions. Plasmodesmata, they are also known as cellular junctions, and it is a narrow thread of cytoplasm that passes through the cell walls of adjacent plant cells and allow communication between them. It is because of the plasmodesmata. Just recall the connection between the sieve tube cell and the companion cell, sieve cell and companion cell. So that you can see here that actually the communication between the cell, it is through the plasmodesmata, which are the cellular junctions. It is a channel through the cell wall that allow molecules and substances to move back and forth as needed. So in the diagram here, the plasmodesmata, it is given, and the middle lamella, it is also given here in the diagram. You can see how the adherence of the different cells, it takes place through the middle lamella, which is made up of the calcium pectate. And one more point for the primary secondary cell wall, you can see this is what the primary, and inner to primary the secondary cell wall, it is there. And that is how the all the terms they are clear. So this much is there for the cell wall, and we will discuss the remaining topics of the chapter cell in the next upcoming video of ours. And you can post your queries, you can have live interactive sessions with me. Bye for now.